What's up, everybody? This is Bebe Davis. You're locked in on this beautiful weekend with me, Bebe Loves Sports. Yeah. Where sports and gaming is the exquisite fusion. So we're going to get into my highlights. Hope everybody's been doing good. Hope you've been staying safe and healthy and making good choices and enjoying sports. All right, so check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Cock-a-doodle-doo to you. Okay? Check it out. So you know what's up. There's my cock, the rooster. You know what's going down in Georgia. I wish I was in Georgia. But, great game that's happened. This is my porcelain rooster. The USC Gamecocks take on Georgia Bulldogs. So I'm very going to be in tune to that game. Because of these gigs, see, I could have been at home in Atlanta chilling. But the gigs. But it's okay. That downtime is coming. But here's what I thought was so interesting, good people. Let's focus in on the Washington Ball Club. Still no name there, but I guess it's coming. It's just one of those things you have to suffer through. But they were talking about the QBs, and I just wanted to highlight some of the QBs that I thought that they got it right. I think they did like a top 10 for Washington, but undeniably, definitely Kirk Cousins, playing from 2012 to 2017. 99 touchdowns, 55 interceptions, passing yards was 16,206, games played 64. You know, I love stats, I love numbers, so I definitely agree with that one. Also, just from 99 to 2000, he had Brad Johnson in there for their top quarterbacks. He played 30 games, 35 TDs, and 28 interceptions. His passing yards was 6,510. And I really could agree with that. I know some people was like, maybe not, but, you know, the numbers, they tell a really good story. Okay? Maybe we can take this music down a little bit. I love me some bossa nova, though. All right, Robert Griffin III. You can't deny that, no matter what the controversial vibe that some people have. But from 2012 to 2015, okay, rookie season for the number 2 pick of the draft, okay, 38 games, 40 touchdowns, 23 interceptions. His passing yards was 8,097. Okay, he had a really good rookie season. Donovan McNabb, go get your Campbell soup. I know it's a little corny of me, but anyway. I feel good. I feel yin. Okay, so I'm allowed to do my little cornballs, my little blurred, my little nerds, you know. But for 2010, played 13 games, 14 touchdowns, 15 interceptions. Passing yards was 3,377. And then you would have Gus Frerotte, 94 to 98. He had 52 games, 48 touchdowns, 44 interceptions, and his passing yards was 9,769. Of course, special mentions, you had Jason Campbell, 2005-2009. He did 52 games for the Redskins, back then when they were named the Redskins. 55 touchdowns and 38 interceptions, and passing yards was 10,860. So I thought that was a cute highlight of just matching up the QBs, because lately in the present, you have so many different dynamics and situations that are going on with the different QBs, from Cam Newton to Deshaun Watson, to Aaron Rodgers. You know, you got a lot of people on that hot seat, people that they're looking at. You know, Mac Jones' debut, and of course, I mean, it's just a lot. So the Kiwis have been on fire for different reasons. Trevor Lawrence debut. Okay, so we're gonna talk about what's happening with the NFL. You got the New York Giants and the Washington Ball Club. You know how that game went down. I didn't get obliterated on that, but it was definitely good to see that game. Then, of course, you had for week 2 the Raiders and the Steelers. They face off on tomorrow. That's going to be a good game. With this one, I'm not going to be doing too many wild card picks. I just kind of threw them in the air for week 1. Just kind of settling myself down. But I still say it's going to be a whirlwind season. And if you see the smoke coming, that's beautiful incense is happening. Okay? All right. Raiders, Steelers. For this one, my pick, I'm going to go with Raider Nation. I think Steelers might have a little edge, but we'll see. 49ers and Eagles. This is going to be a really good matchup. I give the momentum to the Eagles with the edge going to the 49ers. And that is my house divided, so we'll just have to see how that goes. All right, Texans and the Browns. I'm going to give this one to the Texans, but the Browns could pull an upset. Jaguars and Broncos. I give this one to the Broncos, but I would love to see if Jaguars pull up, you know, clean up some of the first game vibrations. You know, there was some interceptions thrown in by Trevor Lawrence, so we just have to see how that goes. Saints and Panthers. I would go ahead. I love this matchup always with them, but I'm going to go with the Saints on this. And that interactive Panther, I still say, you know, it was cool, it was fire, but flag on the Panther. Unpanther-like conduct. I had a lot of friends that like that little pun and everything like that. Like, what a way to greet your home fans. Of course, they're going to love it, but when you're having the opposing team come in and this assimilated Panther is going to tear down the Jets flag and stomp it like flag on the play. Flag on the play. Okay. Rams and the Colts. Oh, I'm definitely going to go with the Rams on this one. I slept on the Rams on the last one. I got obliterated. Bills and Dolphins. Okay. Like I said, no one needs to start really freaking out until like about the 6th and 7th game. Starting leading out of the 5th games. That should be interesting. I'm going to go with the Bills on this one. See how that goes. Patriots and Jets. I'm a wild card it. I like what I'm seeing from Mac Jones. But let's see what the Jets are going to do. So that's my wild card. I'm going with the Jets, even though I think the super edge goes to the Patriots. But we'll see. Bengals and the Bears. I'm going to rock with the Bears. I got obliterated with them on last week, but we're going to see how it goes. Falcons and the Buccaneers. This is always another great matchup. These two coming together. Last week, it was the Falcons and the Eagles meeting up. Very impressive game with the Eagles. So, with the Falcons and the Buccaneers, I'm still rolling with the Buccaneers. But Dirty Birds, hold on. You never know. Vikings and the Cardinals. Okay, like, are we sleeping on the Cardinals for some reason? With this one, I'm going to go with the Cardinals. Titans and Seahawks. It's going to be a nice matchup. And I'm going to do a wild card. The edge is to the Seahawks, but let's see what the Titans going to do with this one. Cowboys and Chargers. Definitely love what I saw with Dak coming off of rehabilitation, facing off with the Buccaneers. It was a very, very good game. I love the cohesive vibrations that I saw with the Cowboys. So I'm going to go with the Cowboys. And I had a lot of shade coming at me on my texts and emails and live videos with all these people hating on me and my Packers, but it's okay. It's okay. All right. So then you got the Ravens and the Chiefs. They're going to face off. I still say there's trouble in the Ravens camp, but wouldn't that be a nice upset right there for some people? But I'm going to go with the Chiefs on that. Lions and the Packers. Aaron Rodgers got raked through the coals. Okay? And I feel like, as you should, get raked through the coals because, you know, it just really didn't seem like someone wanted to be there. You know what I mean? Like, be there. So, at any rate, I mean, the whole team, not just Rodgers, but collectively, everybody looked like they just kind of checked out. And then we're hearing, hey, we're going to do better. This is just game one. So I am going to roll with my Packers. So we're going to see how that goes. Okay. Now, in college, week 3 of 14, Northern Illinois and Michigan, they face off. And that's going to be a good game right there. And then, of course, you got the Michigan State and Miami. And Nebraska and Oklahoma. That's going to be a really good game there. Alabama and Florida. And then, of course, Clemson and Georgia Tech. Let's see if Clemson can pull up with their second win. And then also, of course, they came with that one loss there with Georgia. And then you got Ohio State and Tulsa. That's going to be a really good game. And then, of course, once again, my Gamecocks with the Georgia Bulldogs. We're going to see how that goes. Auburn and Penn State. It's going to be a good game to watch. I mean, all of them are good, but, you know, just what I'm just kind of highlighting here. Then when you kind of look at over in the HBCU land with college football, you are going to have Bethune-Cookman and Alabama A&M. I got the highlights on that one. Alabama did win over Bethune-Cookman. A lot of these games are going to be in the evening, starting between 6 and 7. You do have Clark Atlanta facing off with Shorter. You have Hampton facing off with Howard. Vice President Kamala Harris did the coin toss, and Simone Sanders, she was there. Of course, I met the lovely Simone Sanders on the political trail, covering the political elections with 1021 magazine, where I'm publisher and founder. But Howard would not win that contest. That would go to Hampton. But I'm very sure it was just ecstatic seeing the VP and AKA and Black Girl Magic right there at the games. Another good game, I mean, all of them are good, but like a lot of eyes on certain games. You got Allen University facing off with Livingstone. They're coming off that win with Johnson C. Smith University. And then, of course, Southern and McNeese. That's going to be a good game. And then you got Johnson C. Smith University facing off with Bluefield State. That's going to be a good game. And then you got Shaw facing off with Central State. And then Fort Valley State facing off with Lane College. And then Morehouse is going to be facing off with Miles. It's just going to be a lot of good games that's happening here in the land of HBCU. Tennessee State is going to be facing off with Kentucky State. And then you're going to have Garner-Webb face off with Lincoln, PA. It's going to be a good game. And Norfolk State will be faced off with Elizabeth City State. And then you got Benedict facing off with Savannah State. That's going to be a pretty good one to watch right there. And then, of course, New Mexico State faces off with South Carolina State Bulldogs. So we're going to see if South Carolina State can pull up with a win on this game. It is away games. Their home games will start in October, so make sure you look out for that. You got Jackson State that's going to face off with Louisiana Monroe. Of course, we have Coach Deion Sanders back in the news saying he doesn't agree with the payoff games where you got many in the lower division football class that faces off with bigger schools, and you know, he's saying with the mental and the physical aspects of it, you know, yes, you get money playing these big schools, going in knowing that you're going to be demolished. There have been incidences where people have been hurt. But here's the thing. Everything and changes takes time, because I do agree with that ideology. It never really made sense to me that that's the only way that you could get that cachet and recoup because of playing that team. It doesn't really give good for morale, but we did see an upset on last week with Jacksonville State. Shut it down, and they were supposed to lose. So, you know, it has its yin yangs in there. So we'll just have to see what happens. Changes are always immediate. Change may not never happen. It's always good to put your thoughts out there, but some things remain the same and some things change. We just have to see what happens. That's what you have to do. You have to see what happens. Okay, and then you got Eastern Tennessee State facing off with Delaware State. Florida A&M facing off with South Florida. Valdosta State facing off with Albany State. You got Miss Valley State facing off with Stephen F. Austin. So you just got a lot of good games. Oh, another good one. Okay, that matchup is always nice right there. North Carolina Central facing off with Winston-Salem State. So these are some really good games to watch here. Now, let's talk about the homecoming schedules here. And also, too, you got a lot of classics that are happening. Like with that will be coming up. We'll be talking about that a little bit more. I don't know if I want to talk about that right now, but you got a lot of good classic games that's going to be coming up through the seasons. But let's talk about homecoming, because we're about to leave September and go right on up into October.